Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What a game glitch did Cody's give us? Or was it Mental Mamba pushing it past the safety car? You never know. We could have a Stewart's inquiry after the race. We will see. How are things looking from your end, Janet? Hopefully those guys are remembering to load in their setups. But yeah, what a game glitch.
Yeah, it's set up. I keep repeating the same things as Suarez did, and otherwise, it's nobody's going to make the set up. That will be not our
Setups.
problem. We have already reminded how many times? More than 10 times already. Please remember to put your setups on, and
Yeah, well,
then now
they're
the
out
red
on
lights on.
track. Yeah, red lights, 5 red lights, and they're away, and it's Mental Mamba from the back of the pack now, back up the front of the pack with Tetris in P2. Tetris already up to P1 already. Dan the Racer looks to go with him.
Yes, it's one the first corner, see what's going on, and then there's some change about the tie. How about we have a look about the tie and let's see, that's tie strategy, tie strategy. Yep, and soft, medium, some of them, and then there will be four of them is in soft, medium compounds, and then you can see the box just lost some positions as racers jump to the P3 Alpine driver, and Bossi is jumped to the P4, the Alpha Terrains driver, and Ferrari driver stay just side to each other now.
What a restart Brosov has gotten, and yeah, the Ferrari's looking great there in P5 and 6. It looks like one of the Mercedes off the track in the background. Could have been a facial strategy 6. I'm thinking his first race in Inter tonight, reserving there in that
Yellow flag.
But Tetris now leading this group away as he tries to break the DRS of Mental Mamba behind him. Tetris down to turn 1. Tricky turn 1 this is. Pushes out wide and turns in right. Tries to get you've got to get the setup balance of the car right so you can carry the speed and keep carrying it through this tricky section of the track.
Yeah, it's unfortunately we can see the last corner in the lap 1. We start the game, this wall reference just got spun, and then you can find the Don Wars into the pit and other yellow flag.
More yellow flags back in that middle pack. Very unfortunate, but it's all action up here for P1 and P2. Tetris tries to pull away now from Mental Mamba, our previous winner, and then Jerabot's already fallen behind. Almost a 3-second gap to the front two have at this stage of the race. Jerabot might be a cork in the bottle as J-Man tries to get past. J-Man having a great recovery race after that first lap incident.
Yeah, indeed. Now who's in the P1 is that trap, and the Red Bull driver in the P2 and Jerabot in the P3, JMS in the P4, and you can see John Yas now on stream. Mercedes drivers in the P5, and it sounds better is just 2 cars flew away from each other from P16 Thunders and P17 Go War.
So now Cud's up to a P7 at this stage of the race. Good recovery there for Cuds, considering he was at the back of the pack just before that red flag was called, but that was under safety car conditions. So I think the grid went back to pre-safety car. If you want to read through our restarting grid there, Jeneth.
Yes, we can have a look about the positional changes. J-Man's jump from P10 to P4, and you can see Christian P11 to P7 now.
Very good. Yeah, and Cud's up there. Cud's up there to P7. But it's one of the it's an Alfa Romeo. And that was T. Salmons. T. Salmons has hit the wall and he's brought out another safety car. That's very unfortunate for T. Salmons, and now it looks like he's beached. T. Salmons could be beached. T. Salmons, if you are beached, I think you can reset the track. I'm not sure if that's
No.
allowed.
Can we reset the track? No, I don't think so.
No?
No, it's disqualified. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, T. Simons is the ball, no fun wing, and he should
Try
retire.
get it into into reverse, or put the game on pause. Sometimes the AI will get you out of it.
No, he disqualified already anyway.
Yeah. That's unfortunate there for T. Salmons He T-boned that wall very hard. Lost the front wing. I'm surprised he stayed alive and managed to get back to the other side of the track. But anyway, he did. But Mental Mamba has snuck past Tetris just before that safety car was called. He missed that happening on stream, unfortunately. But what a race. Let's just bring up tyres quickly. No one has stopped, but look at this. Mental Mamba is now going to lead them into the pits, and I think everyone will follow. So all the soft runners going to go to a medium compound, I would imagine.
Oh, somebody hit the wall in the pit lane. Red bat, or I don't know who. Anyway, I keep our eyes on Thunder now.
J-Man J-Man has pitted as well.
I just checking his parcels in the P1C whether he's gonna get. Oh, okay, the safety car in front of him.
Yeah.
Make sure it's happened this time.
Yeah, for sure. We don't want a repeat of the last. So now Prasville leading behind that red Mercedes. Prasville may be losing his seat to Hamilton in next season, and there's even talk of it happening in even sooner than 2025 season. So or 20 is it 24 season when Hamilton moves to Ferrari, or 25? I'm confused now so much.
I think 25. Yeah, I think 25. Yeah. But it's really surprise news. Is when yesterday we got this news, I just think it's just kind of break news, right?
Yeah. I thought it was just fake news, and then Ferrari released a press release today saying it's all true. Yeah, interesting. Carlos won't be happy, but I think he'll be off to Audi. But yeah.
No, never mind. It's another job, so coming. Okay, we have a look about the tie for the time being is processing medium, and down to there talking about around 13 driver, no, so 12 driver is working in the medium compound, and only 2 driver is using the hard, and 2 is in soft. And I just saw a penalty is from Racer, isn't it?
Yeah, Dan the Racer's got a penalty, and he's now in the pit lane as well, so I'm not kind of sure.
Try to remove that 5 seconds.
Yeah, he's getting that 5 seconds removed, and that's a smart stop from him, getting rid of that penalty. He must have picked it off a collision, I'm guessing, but he
the collision actually in pit lane entrance.
That was a pit lane entrance, was it?
Yes.
I see. Yeah, because I was like, he's got no wing damage. How is he? I couldn't figure it out there for a second, but yeah. Eyes of a hawk does the man from Hong Kong. He is not missing a thing on track this evening. Is the Jenneth Lee? Eyes like a jet hawk. Turns quickly. Indeed.
Sorry. Maybe I doing some side story about this one. Now is the soccer players, Mrs. and Brett come to Hong Kong this afternoon, and then we have some exhibition. I don't know. Match or something.
Safety cars in this. Safety car will get back to the action. I'm going to jump on with Tetris. For this safety car restart, and just to watch to see that the leader of the pack is doing what he should be and not pulling away too fast. Of course, Prasville now one of only 2 drivers on track that has not pitted. You can see Rolling Thunder hasn't pitted there yet either, but Prasvil's holding them up. He's going to bring them around this second last turn as the safety car peels off into the pit lane. Prasvil still hasn't gone. He's still warming up those tyres, and he's gone now.
Yes, still a good catch by all the guys here. No one lost its position for the next one.
Looks like a good safety car restart, but Mental Mamba putting the pressure on Prasvil already into turn 1, and of course Mamba on a fresher set of
J-Man jumped to the P4. J-Man jumped to the P4 just past Jerry Ball.
That's let's not concentrate on J-Man too much. Me being the Aston Martin TP, we certainly don't want to put the comms curse on the J-Man, but Jeribot is not looking to give up that position too easy and looking eager to fight back. But it's a 4-way battle at the moment, possibly even a 6-way battle there with Broseph sniffing around at the back of the pack. But these guys wouldn't want to squabble too much. Squabbling there together for P2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 is only going to allow Mental Mamba to open up that gap again.
Yeah, it's just have a side-by-side wheels now in the P2 and P3 test track, and with the TP of the Ferrari is just going into the corner, and then
Tetris goes around the outside, and Tetris goes around the outside, and then Prasvil back in on the inside. And J-Man comes to have a sniff at Tetris as well. Can J-Man cleanly pull a block from underneath that Williams car?
Oh, there's funny the way I'll see whether it's
there's been contact. J-Man.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's
it's
not
too aggressive move. Both.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this
didn't need to be.
Safety car again. Call out.
Yeah. Full safety car again. So this will be the second safety car of this restarted race, and we had a safety car and a VSC in the first one. These guys are not willing to let positions go. It's only early in the season, and they're fighting so hard already.
Yeah, you have to be patient, otherwise there's many safety cars in the coming races. Very good indeed for us, right? And J-Man Scott, and sorry about J-Man.
Yeah, unfortunate there for the J-Man. He was having a great recovery, and certainly on the list, my list for driver of the day. And I wasn't being biased, being his TP, but them things do happen sometimes. I didn't catch it all, so I think you had a better view of it than I did. And you were saying he could have been a bit aggressive into turn 1, or was it before turn 1?
Actually, they try to find a way out because they have 4 cars. At the same time, they enter the T1. So it would be a really bad move, yes.
So it was 4 into 1 now. 4 cars
4 into 1.
Into turn 1. Yeah, not someone should have backed out of that a little bit earlier. But then things happen. Your foot gets stuck to the floor, and you get that the red fog comes down of the racing mist, and sometimes a little bit harder to pull out when you know you should.
Yeah, it seems nothing happened after we resumed the game. Is still Mabamatri is in the Red Bull in the P1 and Tesla in the P2. Jerry Bob, another Ferrari driver, is still in the P3. Another Red Bull, Cuz is the P4.
Cuz there in P4.
2 Alpha Terrain, P. Simon and Brosis in P5 and 6 with us. And 7 is Ada. And John Yastin in the P8. She's driving some Mercedes. And Rabat in the P9. Don Wall in the P10. 11 is Racers. 12 is Strategy. 13 is Freezers. 14 is Thunders. And P15 is and nevertheless, yes. Is that call in? No. One more lap.
Still got time to go. I'm just looking at some data. data in the background, and yeah, Cud's on a. I think everyone. Everyone's now pitted, and Parzival's now pitted to a soft compound of tires, so he's going to be pretty rapid off the back. But Cud's got to try and make these soft tires go another 7 laps. Could be a big ask there in P4 from the Red Bull driver, but they've split their strategies. One starting on softs, and then the other one switching to softs. But because it's a 35% race, they're going to wear down a lot quicker than they normally would. We have FBR ads in the chat looking for tires, possibly engineering for the Red Bull team. I know he was picking the Red Bull team for Timmy. So let's see how this Red Bull team get on. They will be on the restart soon. Be Mental Mamba. He should have. Let's hope he doesn't jump the safety car this time, which he certainly hasn't. He hasn't been waved past the safety car this time. But great view there of the Ferrari trying to chase down the Williams.
Yeah, it's safety car in this lap. It's go out already, and then race is going to resume very quickly, and then this is how the Red Bulls look like. Is now in a very good position in the P1 and P4.
Yeah, they are in certainly in a solid position, and it looks like that Red Bull car might have speeded up there and slowed down again. So might be Stuart's inquiry into that one after the race. Was that a speed up from the P1 driver? But we'll have to see how we go. He hasn't gone yet. Now he's gone. He left it fairly late, but it is a long straight. And you don't want to give the cars too much of an advantage behind you with the pulling them along and having less drag over their wings. But it's Mamba into turn 1, followed by Tetris, followed by Jerobot, followed by Cuds, then followed by Broseph Coupe and Trenna in P6. A-Dog follows them closely in P7. Junkyard Dog now relegated to P8, but he'll be snapping to get back up in the pack with the rat bag. He'll be gnawing at the heels of that Junkyard Dog, trying to get his way past. But let's see what's happening back up the front with Mental Mamba.
Yeah, it's we are now on board of the Red Bulls, followed by Tesla and Jerry Bonds in the P3. And it's not much happened about the restart of a safety car. I hope that is no more safety car coming out. Is need to be aggressive move by the drivers, and they try to stay on track for time being. And somebody is burn out the IRL test trials, try to make the job done, and getting closer to the Red Bull drivers at the T1, and then there's some movements at the back. T Simons just past Rossis, and Jane Yak Dot is just past Ada, and what you can see in the P7 and P8. And now in the laps 12, and then 6 more laps to go, including half lap of this one. There's some movement at the back as well. Is Volantis just past a strategy in the P14, and all of them should get points for this race. 15 drivers now on track, and then the next lap is going to be the DRS will be enabled, and you can see whether any movement for the ones is ready.
Yeah, I'm just on board there with just watching Trenna. Sorry, I was just watching Trenna there. He seems to be having lagging quite a bit on my screen, so I'm hoping that's not affecting too many drivers out on track today. I know this game can lag sometimes and cause the driver some issues, but DRS is activated, and Mental Mamba has broke the DRS already of Tetris, but now Jerobot doesn't need the DRS to get past Tetris at this stage of the race. He's making those medium compound tyres work for him. And these laps are going very quickly. Only 5 laps of racing to go. So we get into the closing stages of this race. It'll be over in no time.
Yeah, there's some movement at the P line, and 10 now races passes the maze red band, and but we are just focusing about what in the P1, 2, 3 look like. And then the Red Bull drivers just fly away since the safety car just 4 laps, 3 laps, actually 1.5 seconds ahead Jerry Ball, the Ferrari driver, and then Tesla is getting really close to Jerry Ball to see whether he can make the job done in the coming main straight. And they are running the last corner and jump into the DRS zone in the main straight coming. And there is another yellow flag happens at the back of the grip, and not really care about this one for the time being. Just get a look about Tesla and see whether he can pass Jerry Brown in the main straight, and then burning his DRS. And then the DRS is on already, flip up the back wing, and the Tesla make the job done in the turn 1.
Yeah, Tesla gets that job done with the assistance of DRS, of course, and getting it done well before turn 1. But now, look at Jerobot. Jerobot is now looking to make that move again. He will soon have the second DRS zone, and he gets up the inside. Wow, he got up the inside there earlier before the DRS zone, or maybe Tetris was playing it smart and lit him past so he could get another whack of the DRS as they come up to this little middle straight before they go into the final sector of the track. Tetris now in P3, getting the DRS activated on the P2 driver of Jerobot.
Yeah, I'm sorry that Ada's just DNF, and then in the battles between Tesla and Jerry Boy in the lap 14, Ada's is already have something happens about Ada's. I don't know what happens, but anyways, we have a look on the Tesla and the Jerry Boy again, and then the Red Bull driver already pull out 2.3 seconds in the lap 15, and then 3 more laps to go, and Tesla see whether they can take the job done again in the main straight, the T1. Yes, he did it already, and Jerry Boss in P3, and then Boss Crops Sif is just past J Yard, and then jumped into the P5, and you guys can see his lights flashing at the back, and then a slow more battery he has.
Yeah, the Ferrari there of Jerobot having a great race, and Parzival down now up into P9, of course, but it's all happening here between P3. 2, 3 and 4. That's Tetris, Jerobot and Cuds. Brosov not too far off the back of them if one of them makes a mistake, but certainly a battle from second down to fourth for the podium, the 2 final podium positions. But Mamba out the front. Currently his fastest lap time is over half a second quicker than anyone else in the field. He's having a tremendous race, and he's done that. I think he's done that fastest lap on the soft compound earlier, I believe. But
yeah, we can have a look about the faster lap, what he did in faster lap. Yes, 114.1 is by the Bradbury driver. I just wonder about Kersey's in P4. He's running the soft compounds for another 1 lap to go, so 2 laps to go. It's just a little bit risky about the tie. I don't know whether he says the grip is okay or not. But nevertheless, we go back to the P2 and 3.
Yeah, certainly all fighting here for the second step of the podium. The first step of the podium is pretty much, he's got one-footed on it already, has mental Mamba or Mamba mentality. But a great view there from Cody's as that Williams gets the DRS wing activated and then closed in, and then he shuts the door on that Ferrari as they come around into this final sector of the race. But Dan the Racer picking up a penalty there, and we got 2 penalties on track. Dan the Racer and Facial. But see, Jerabot will get the DRS this time around, and then Cuds has dropped back. Cuds is.
Yeah, I think his tires cannot work in the last lap anyway. We could jump into the box to the P123, and then you can see Jerry Boss is now, I don't know, is the whether side by side with Tesla. No, actually, is the Tesla still on ahead of Jerry Boss, the Ferrari driver. And then you can see whether he can fighting for the position 2 in between these 2 drivers in the last ERS, which is in the coming 4 corners to go.
And very surprised there to see Cuds pitting at that stage of the race, unless he lagged into AI, because his tyres were only on 31%. I can see his tyre wear from my seat. His tyre wear were only on 31% at that stage. So very surprised to see him pulling into the pits. But sometimes the game can lag into AI and make silly decisions for you. I'm sure that wouldn't be a decision from the Red Bull pit wall with only 1 lap to go. And speaking of 1 turn to go, it's Mental Mamba. He's coming across the line. He's weaving, and he's across the lines. Mental Mamba, followed by Tetris, and then followed by Gerald Bott. And then we have Junkyard Dog. Trenna up to P5, Broseph P6, Ratbag there in P9, the only Aston Martin of Rolling Thunder there in P10, Cuds relegated after that late pit stop down from P4 down to P11. What a race! Oh my God!
You finished the Spain here, and then Ratbag happens after. Lap 16, I cannot remember is that whether 16 or not. And anyway, we finished the race in the first race of this season's Inter Racing List, season 6 tier 3. The winners is come to the Red Bull driver, and then the P2s is come to Williams, and the third one is from Ferrari.
Yeah, so it's Mental Mamba P1 in the Red Bull. Then Tetris, of course, one of the league owners in P2 in that Williams, and he had such a solid drive. Did Tetris? Jerabot there in the Ferrari. There's the pole positions for you. Then we had Junkyard Dog in P4, Trenna in P5, Broseph in P6. We then had Parzival in P7, Dan the Racer in P8, Ratbag in P9, and Ratbag P9, Rolling Thunder in P10. He cuts in 11 after that late pit stop. That was a surprising call from Cuds. He was going to be one of my drivers of the day until he made that decision. But anyway, Frenzy, his first race and a P12 finish. He should be happy with that. Facial also coming across the line there in P13. A-Dog DNFing, of course, our first DNF in P14. Dom War DNF'd in P15. J-Man. Very unfortunate. Don't feel too hard up, mate. You raced well in J-Man in P16, and then T Salmon, the first of our DNFers. He hit the wall hard, and then got beached. Yeah, he got beached on the sand there just at the exit of turn 1, and couldn't get the car back on track. Very unfortunate for him. Could you do me a favor and try to get the gentleman over into the comms box for some interviews? I'm going to have a quick beverage, so please don't mind the silence and enjoy the view of the Red Bull. Timmy will be running up and down the beaches of Terrigal tonight, celebrating the first win of the season. He said his team would do it when it counts, and there you are, Mental Mamba P1 in the first race of the season, Tier 3.
I invite Sorry, I should.
You know what? The music on this game is great. You know what's a funny thing? When you
Yep.
I don't know if the music comes out actually on Twitch. If you stream from the game, does the music come out? Can you hear the music on stream at the moment? The game
Good
music,
question.
I mean.
Just 1 second.
Because when you stream the game music with the PC version, it gets pinged for copyright.
I don't think there's a music there.
Yeah, it must. The PlayStation must cut the music out automatically then, which is a very PlayStation-y thing to do. But anyway, have we managed to get any of these guys into the comms box? They're all probably a little bit sweaty. It is hot here in Australia today, and Mental Mamba's over in the States somewhere, so will be early morning for him.
Maybe you can invite them in the comm box. It's better since I can't find any people see around.
We should have Jerabot,
yeah.
Tetris, and Mental Mamba. If you guys can come join us, would be fantastic. We'll give them a few minutes. We've got one decision to make before these guys join us. Driver of the day. What are your thoughts? It's a tricky one, isn't it? This one.
How about test trial?
Yeah, he's got.
Yeah, you just select one of them.
He's got one of my votes. He started high up, but he did have a solid race. Did Tetris? Jerabot also had a great race, of course. Let's see grid spots. So. Tetris starting second, finishing second. Jerabot starting third, finishing third. Well, what about Junkyard Dog? He started 8th and finished 4th. We had Trenna.
Driver.
We had Trenna. He started 9th and finished 5th. Or let's see. Yeah, they're our biggest movers, really, in the right direction. Yeah, so I know Tetris had a great drive. We'll decide at the end. Just keep those. How about we keep those 4 names in hand? And if anyone is out there in Twitchland, if you want to have a word in on Driver of the Day, you might be able to convince the comms guys before we go off air.
Yes, indeed, you can say this way. Yes, true. Let's try.
Doesn't look like any of these guys want to talk. Maybe they're too hot and sweaty. It has been a long evening for them.
Yeah, indeed, and I try to invite them now. Maybe they are not want to talk.
Yeah. Maybe they're out of breath. Maybe they're just too hot and sweaty. They go, what a race!
True.
They had more than one race, right? So,
yeah, more than one race, true.
So just got over halfway in the first session, which I kind of feeling was a much better session by everyone. It was seemed to be some cleaner racing. We had a few more desperate looking moves, I think, in the second race, but certainly not from the front 4 drivers. Yeah, I think if the guys haven't joined us by now, they're not going to join us, right?
Yeah, it's strange. So I didn't invite them properly, but I think.
I'll have a quick look.
Can you find them from the list of your friends?
Yeah, if you go to, I find the best way. So you go into the comms party, and then you go invite, and then you go to play together. So all the people that have just been in that lobby should be.
Jerry Boy say that. Yeah, Jerry Boy is not saying is not going to have any parties, and we can invite the Red Bull drivers to come here. Just 1 second.
Yeah.
Come on. Um,
I've invited Mamba.
yeah,
Let's
member
see.
is coming.
Cool.
Member is the member coming in? He said yes.
He
He's
is.
allowed join the party.
Mr. Mental Mamba, Mamba mentality. How are you, buddy? And how hot and sweaty are you in your rig, or is it even hot and sweaty over in the States?
Oh yeah. Well, it's not. It's cold. It's been raining, but
Yeah,
it's hot and I'm sweaty.
you're hot and sweaty
Um,
but
oh, for sure.
it's cold and freezing outside.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
right. It was intense.
Yeah, yeah, it was a pretty intense race, and you certainly had some tremendous speed in that Red Bull. Talk us through your qualifying and then your race, and of course, don't forget leaving out what happened under that safety car.
Yeah. I mean, historically, this is now what are we in season 6 of Inter? So historically, I, qualifying has never been my strong suit. I probably left something out there during qualifying. That last sector, I was up. I think by half a second there, and then I lost the time. But nevertheless, yeah. So this is my first win since season 1
It's your
of
first.
Inter. So
Oh, you've
first
gone
win since season 1.
five seasons without a win.
Yeah.
Wow, that's gotta feel
So
good, right?
Yeah,
really, really good.
congratulations, yes.
Thank you. The restart was strange. I'm not sure what happened. It it had me restarting the field from the back of the pack. It still kept my position like
Yeah.
in first, but I'm restarting from the back of the pack, and I don't, anybody in P1. Maybe I could have reset it if I kept driving, and it'd be kind of unorthodox. But you know what? It's P1, and I'm sure everybody would like to have a normal restart. So
It's,
I asked for a Red
yeah,
Bull.
you want a normal win, right?
Right, right,
Especially for your first win in 5 seasons.
second. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
But it
wow.
was good. It's good to get. I think. Yeah, I think it's a good way. And maybe that Red Bull. It's the first time I'm driving a Red Bull. Maybe there's something about that Red Bull.
Well,
It's just fast out there.
so it's not Timmy your TP's leadership.
Yo, I'm sure. You know what? He gave me some great advice. Like, I'm not even joking. He sent me something. I won't share it, but he did send me something, and
Yeah,
um, yeah, it was good
know
advice. And
I know exactly what he sent you.
oh, that's
Uh,
good. That's good. So this is my first time to have access to something like that,
yeah.
and it made all the difference in terms of confidence, at least. But
Yeah, you were certainly pumping, and you had a commanding race that you didn't seem to let go at any stage, setting the fastest lap there of a 1:14.1, 6 tenths quicker than anyone else out in the race conditions. Where did you qualify initially? Qualifying in P3, carrying
yeah,
in an extra bit of downforce, I think.
but you know what? Yeah, it's kind of a Achilles heel of mine. It is now at the moment here 2:30 in the morning, and so I usually have a couple of drinks usually before these races, and sometimes in situations in seasons past when I've been in a position to win a race, what ends up happening is I will kind of come complacent and get kind of bored, or I get sidetracked and I'd be thinking about something else. But this, I made sure to focus in on every single lap and just hit every quarter, hit every apex, and it made all the difference this race.
Oh, well done, and congratulations, Mamba.
Thank you.
Commanding race. Any questions there, Jeneth?
Yeah, it's good. Congratulations to you again. It's the first win. I'm just looking forward to my first wins for all the leagues here in whatsoever leagues I have. And I just try to invite one question to me was this because the next race. So what's your preparation about this?
Yeah, nice to talk to you, my former teammate last year. What's up, buddy? Um, Yeah, it's exciting. This win is exciting. In terms of preparation, I just make sure when I turn on the PS5 and I take that invite, I just make sure that I've done some laps before the race,
Mm.
and so that way when I'm stepping out into the race, it's not my first lap that I'm doing there during qualifying. That makes a big difference. And after that, it's all focus.
Yeah, it's good. That's good. Anyway, congratulations to you again, and thanks for coming in for the interview. And have a good evening to you.
Thank you, buddy. Take care, everybody.
Yeah,
See you, man.
indeed. Yeah.
Take care,
Thank
member.
you.
Well, ladies
Yeah,
and
so what
gentlemen,
is I just try to invite Testra and also the TP of Flowers to join the interview. Unfortunately, they are not really want to hear.
that's we'll have to
A little bit busy.
we'll have to ask this we'll have to ask the stewards to throw them a couple of penalty points for those guys not willing to join us on a Friday night for a bit of a chat after we've called
Yeah,
a race and stuff like that. I'm sure nothing like that will ever happen, but good to throw some threats out there anyway. But that's it
I
from me,
agree with you.
Jeneth.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Yes, because the FIA is going to penalties the driver is not going to have an interview after the podium. All right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that does
it's
happen in real
just
life.
yeah, yeah,
Maybe
real
we
life.
should
Yes.
send it to the admin for next week for drivers that are not joining in on a Friday night for podium chats to tell us how their race went, sweaty or not. We will be requesting a stewart's inquiry. But that's it from me. Anything from you before we say goodbye, Jenna?
Yes, exactly about the interview. Yes, because it's Willis and myself is going to be compost now, still waiting, expecting some interviews from the winners and the podium guy, but they are not joining us. But we're going to send this one to the admin, see what's going on. And I love to have a conversation with you guys, and then see you next time. All right? And is you come up with wrap up.
That's good night from Jeneth and good night from me, Wayne Morris, your host. We will see you next time for Inters. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 5 p.m. Saturday, Australian Standard Eastern Time for Tier 2 things. And then, of course, the faster guys on Sunday again at 5 p.m. Australian Standard Eastern Time. But good night.